How's it going, everyone? Sir Douglas here once again with a brand new video. A little bit sooner than I anticipated, but a fair bit of news has happened lately. So, on today's episode of The Argos and The Restless. So, you're probably asking yourself, hang on, why did you not go with The Young and the Argos? Well, that answer is actually quite simple. Have you seen the average age of Argo fans? Anyway, that's beside the point. Got a fair bit to get through. Had a couple of signings. Had a couple of recent signings here, and basically we had who did we have? We had Jordan Herdman Reed and Ryder Varga re-signed, but a much bigger one happened. The person whom I would have picked as the 2024 Rookie of the Year, the person who definitely the Defensive Rookie of the Year for the Toronto Argonauts, Ralph Holley is coming home. After a stint down in the States with the Cleveland Browns, and Lord knows they know how to lose more ways than one. They took a big ol' L with this one too, as they cut Ralph, and he's coming back up north to play for Toronto. Not gonna lie, we kind of need him in that interior defensive line. Don't get me wrong. Jamin Pelly and Ricky Correa, not bad, but Ralph is just on another level compared to those guys. But that's not the reason why I'm here today. This was one thing. Nah. This is the reason why. After a fairly extensive search that included Mike O'Shea, Rick Campbell, Corey Mace, Orlando Steinauer, we decided to go inwards. And we picked Mike Miller. He was our quarterbacks coach, but now he is going to be a head coach for the first time in his career after nearly 30 years in the business. After nearly 30 years in football, he's finally going to become a head coach. The closest he became last time was when he was with Montreal and he was the assistant head coach under Dan Hawkins. Now, unfortunately, Dan got a very raw deal there, in my opinion. 2-3 record, and the Wheaton Hall sacked him for Jim Pop. Yeah, it's a bit of a raw deal if you ask me. So, our new head coach, Mike Miller. So let's just go right into the Argonauts.ca blurb here about him. So brings a wealth of professional football knowledge, experience to the job, having coached at the highest level of football from the NCAA to the NFL to the CFL for nearly 30 years. Yes, this is true. He actually got his break under Bill Cowher in Pittsburgh. Think about that one for a minute. Pennsylvania native. Well, that must have been a dream come true for him. Was named Argos quarterbacks coach in 2022 and helped Chad Kelly become the league's most outstanding player in 2023. His guidance led Nick Arbuckle to throw for career highs in 2025 while capturing Grey Cup most outstanding player in 2024. And also in 2022, McLeod Bethel Thompson had the best season of his career, leading the CFL in passing under Miller's mentorship. So, like I said, over the last few years, offense has not been the problem. Scoring points has not been a problem, especially last year. Last year, it wasn't scoring points, it was preventing the other team from scoring points. But I digress. The opportunity to coach this historic franchise is a dream come true for my family and me, said the new head coach Mike Miller. I consider it a privilege to be in this position, and we will stop at nothing to get back to where we know we belong, and that is winning Grey Cup championships. Very, very well said, Coach. The Pittsburgh native began his coaching career in '97 at Robert Morris University, but was soon brought into Pro Football Hall of Fame coach Bill Cowher and his hometown Pittsburgh Steelers as offensive quality control coach. Two-time Grey Cup champion would head to Buffalo for 2 seasons as tight ends coach before stops with the Berlin Thunder of NFL Europe, Robert Morris University once again. 55-year-old would find immense success with the Arizona Cardinals from 2007 to 2012, where he would serve various roles, including receivers coach, pass game coordinator, and defensive coordinator. In 2008, Miller coached Hall of Famer Larry Fitzgerald and Anquan Bolden to Pro Bowl seasons as receivers coach. That same season, those two and Steve Breston all had over 1,000 yards receiving, marking just the 5th time in NFL history that feat was accomplished. The Following season as pass game coordinator, Miller was a key contributor in helping Kurt Warner finish second in the NFL in completion percentage, passing yards, and passing touchdowns, while helping Arizona get to the Super Bowl. I know I thought, now, when Rick Campbell interviewed, I thought he would have been a good pick because he already had previous head coaching experience. This kind of makes me rethink that. Mike Miller is a coach who cares deeply about the game, about his players, and about building relationships. His authenticity and his commitment to cultivating a vibrant culture that helps young men grow on and off the field makes him a tremendous fit for our family. We're proud to have Mike leading the Argonauts, said General Manager Pinball Clemens. The offensive-minded Miller would get his first taste of CFL football in 2013 when hired by Montreal to be the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach, but they forgot to mention assistant head coach there. Stops at several NCAA programs in Pennsylvania and with the New York Guardians of the XFL would precede his move to Toronto in 2022, and he would bring titles in 2022 and 2024. So, with that, I personally think the Argos definitely got this right. I think that I think that the offense is still going to be fantastic. But I mean, ultimately, the question is going to be, what do they do about that defense? There's still some more questions that have to be raised. Like, what's he going to do about the defense? How is he going to round out his coaching staff? What about his inputs and what about his input in free agency? What about the draft? Things of that nature. There's still a long way to go with this, but he's saying the right things and he's doing the right things here. So we'll see what happens. So, like I said, very, very good. But then we had just before I was about to start recording this video, this dropped. Huff is coming to Toronto now in a senior advisory role. This is from 3 Down Nation, by the way. So let's just get right into it here. The Argos are hiring longtime Calgary Stampeders coach and general manager John Hufnagel in a senior advisory role. Sources have confirmed to 3 Down Nation. TSN was first to report. 74-year-old had been with the Stampeders since 2008 when he was introduced as their head coach and general manager following a 9-year stint at the NFL. Hufnagel served in both roles for 8 seasons, posting a 102-41-1 record with 2 Grey Cup victories and 2 Coach of the Year awards. Yeah. Now you know why everyone hated Calgary. He relinquished the head coaching duties after a 2015 season to take the role as president. Hufnagel remained the team's general manager until 2022 when he gave up the former title to Dave Dickinson. The Stamps went 175-70-3, while Hufnagel held the GM title, winning 3 Grey Cups. He remained the team's president through 2023, after which he also became a special advisor. So, and it just goes on into whatever. And there's John Murphy, Toronto's current assistant general manager, worked under Hufnagel in Calgary for many years, serving as the team's director of scouting, director of player personnel, and assistant general manager during that period of time. I think with that news, there's going to be a little bit of a shift going on now, because I mean, we kind of all heard it when Ryan Dinwiddie left, when he spoke to the media in Ottawa about how he was doing a lot of work and all this other stuff. I think with Huff coming in now, he's pretty much going to say, okay, what the hell is going on here? We need to we're going to get the house back in order, because I think that, I mean, it happens where shit gets messy, right? So, and I think that's the kind of stuff that we're going to see coming out of Huff coming to Toronto. So that's all I've got for this little period. Obviously, like I said, there's still a lot more to come. But I think the most important thing is in a 1 week's time, for those of you who like to travel, this season would be a good time to do it, because the CFL schedule gets released on Tuesday the 9th, and I'll be here to give my 2 cents on that. So yeah, so make sure you like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next week with more of the Argos and the Restless. Cheers, everybody.